It's game show host yours truly, Bushy, and we're playing Paragon. It's a new MMO game by Epic Games. Yeah, Epic Games. You can't get it through Steam. You have to go download the launcher from their website, and then you just subscribe. It's free to play. It's an open beta. It's a twist between if you ask me, I say like Dota, Smite, and Yu-Gi-Oh. If you ask me, I know it seems like a weird combination, but I grew up, playing Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, so I kind of like it. So I'm gonna show you how to play the game. This is a how to play game. As you can see, I'm level 18 right now, so I've pretty much been playing for a while. Now, this is the deck system that they have going on. So you get to make decks for each character. And you have like 5 deck slots right now that you start off with. But you see these things in the corner, these are your reputation points, the square ones. And these are coins. You use these to buy gear and like to upgrade your characters, to get challenges and tributes and stuff, skins for your character, and that's what that stuff you're for. You get them off of every game. You see the active boost there. You get those boosts from time to time too. And as you can see, like each deck has different characteristics depending on the type of cards you put in it, and you can make decks for different characters. You see, this was one of the characters called Murdoch. He's a shooting guy. I'll show you in a second the characters they have in the game. So this is Murdoch deck, and these are Rampage's decks. As you can see, this one has 41% attack. This one has 54% defense, and this has 4% utility. That's pretty much what I did for a tank build. He's like a tank. He runs in there and stuff. I'll get into the decks and I'll show you how the decks are set up and how they have the cards in the card system, so you can get started playing pretty easy. You know what I mean? So this one here is like, it's more of an offensive deck. It has 60% offense, 37% defense, 2% utility. So that's pretty much like an offense with a little bit of defense. It's a fighting style deck that I have. This one here is like a all out, offensive deck with some utility and some defense, kind of like in the middle. I don't really use it that much, but it has its place depending on who you're fighting against. It plays a lot into the strategy of the game. So, okay, so we did that. Now let me give you a look at the characters they have. So these are the characters that they have currently. They added a new one, this guy, Quan. So we have Decker. She's a growth and order character. So you see that she's a caster. She's just like one of the classes, and she's an intermediate. So they say like you should know how to play the game a little before you like start playing with her, get used to the ins and outs. They got Feng Mao. He's a Fury and Order character. As you can see, like they have base stats, and like certain characters are powerful in certain things, whereas his basic attack is good. His ability powers is like shabby too. He's 50-50 durability, 5%. That's not bad at all for durability. That's half. And he's mobile. So that's the characteristics of him. And as you can see, you have them all. We have Gadget, Gideon, Greystone, Grim, EXE, Brooks. That's how you say that. He's a fighting class, like I was saying. And he uses corrosive damage and Fury type cards. His basic attack is good. As you can see, he's like pretty fair all over. 5 across the board. You have Howitzer. He's a ability attack, so his ability is where the damage is at. It depends on what you're into. Range, I believe he's a range character. So he's pretty decent, depending on, like I said, what type of class you like. He's a fury and corrosive type class. He does fire. He sets fire things up. So it's like a damage over time and an AOE type character. You know what I mean? And then we have Kalari. He's a fighting class. Yeah, his basic attack and mobility is where it's at. So I mean, he does a lot of damage. He gets in and get out. That's for like expert class people who've been playing for a while. But you know, anybody can play him if you know the game. Kiwama, you know, Kimara. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Kimara might be right. You know what I mean? You see it. He's real tough, durable. His attack damage is up there, and his basic mobility, his durability. So he's pretty good. Like going there, fighting. He's a brawler. Then you have Quan. He's the new guy to the thing. He's pretty durable. Basic attack, mobility. He's a pretty rounded character too. I haven't tried him yet, but I see people play with him. He's an advanced class fighter too, so you have to pretty much know what you're doing. Then we have Lieutenant Bellica? I'm not sure, you guys, you know. Advanced. She's an advanced character, intellect and order. Her basic attack is crappy, but her ability power is where it's at. Her mobility is weak, her durability, you know, so you really gotta know what you're doing to stay alive with her, I would figure. Murdoch is an easy character, you know, his basic attack is where it at. Put his power in his damage, he can't move too much, so once they get up on him, he's pretty screwed. He's weak, he can take a lot of damage, so he's like a glass cannon. You can get him set up right. We have Mario. He's seems like he's a roundabout character. Says it's easy. By his looks of his character, he seems like a support type character. Mobility 6, durability 3, abilities 5. So he's really not doing too much. He has to be a support character. Then we have Narbash. His attack, basic attack, is, you know, he seems like he got a tank build. Basic attack 3, ability, power 3, durability is 8, mobility is 4, so I would figure he's like a tough guy goes in. He's advanced too, so take a while to get used to him. Then we have Rampage. His durability and mobility is up there really high. His ability power is 2. Basic attack is 4, but I rather like Rampage. Rampage I think is underrated, but he's really good if you ask me. It's a good start out character. Him and Murdoch are good start out characters. And then we have Richter. He's an advanced character. His durability is maxed out. His basic attack and ability power is at 3, and then his mobility is at 1. As you can see, like their movement speed is down at the bottom. Their max sprint speed is 750. You know, it's there because they have like 2 running speeds, so you don't really be walking everywhere. After you walk a certain speed, it'll pick into like overdrive, and you get like a gallop. So you pick speed up. They kind of helped out the mobility, so you don't be walking back and forth everywhere. Because like to teleport to the thing, it's an actual card and item you have to spend gold on to get it. So that's why they did it like that, I guess. I'm not sure. And then you have S.H.Y.T, and his durability is off the charts too, but he has max basic attack and power ability power is 4, you know, so you figure you have to really work with it, but he can take a lot of damage, it looks like, and his mobility is 3. Then you have Sparrow. Her basic attack is 10, ability attack 3, durability 2, mobility 1, so she's like a glass cannon also. But if you look at the max speed on her and the max speed on him, like in a run down fight, he can catch her. She can't really get away, you you gotta factor all those things in when you're looking. Like his mobility speed is high too, 6. His durability is high and maxed out at 10. The basic attack and the ability power on him. Steel, he's an easy character to play too. He's an intellect and order character. His basic attack is 2 and his ability power is 3. So he's like a rough guy to be in there. He can take a lot of damage. Then you got the Fae. So So the basic attack 3, ability power is 8, their abilities 3, mobility is 1, 450 for max speed, 755. 750 for for max sprint. She's an advanced growth type character, and this guy is Twin Blast. He's pretty much a basic attack guy. His ability power is 4, durability 2, mobility is 4. So he's a shooter. He's just a fury, so you figure you just go straight damage. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna be playing this here. I'm gonna do a series on how to play it, a how-to guide and stuff. You stuck around this long for the whole intro of this thing. You can leave a subscribe. Join the group, help the channel out, help us grow. Really appreciate it. So now we're gonna go into the actual decks and look at the cards and see like how they got it set up. And when I say it's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll see what I mean. So let's go into not one of those decks. Let's get into one of these basic decks. So when you make a new deck, you pick the character you want to make a deck for. So let's pick one of these guys. Not sure, leave me in the comment section if you want to see me play somebody else or make a particular deck, or you want to know something, or if I left something out. But let's see, I'll pick Murdoch. He's gonna go energy damage. It's pretty much what he does. So okay. So now they give you a base deck set up with a certain type of cards, and as you can see, like a base deck that you got, but as you play you'll get new cards to put in. Each character comes with a prime card that gives them their base ability, so that they can do they get a basic ability that unique to them that nobody else can get it. To see, like, his main move is drastically increases damage done by the hero, heavily increased damage done by nearby minions and towers and inhibitors. That's just his move, what he does, that's Murdoch's special. Then you have like the Harvester's Key. Deploys Harvesters faster, Harvesters collects power for your team. What's it? So they have like these things you can get them, the enemy can get them. Anybody who goes there and sets up and set it up for their team. All the miscellaneous, like, energies or gold or whatever you want to call it, their currency system, whatever's missed, it gets harvested by that, and one of your teammates, or you can go stand on the thing and get it out, so you don't really lose anything. But if you don't have a harvester, you don't get it. This is like early way to set up the harvester and get it out there. It's cheap, it's 1 point. You know what I mean? Because each card costs a certain amount of points, which you earn through playing. Like, this is a health potion. Temporarily generates your health while you're sitting there, and you activate it, and it gives you back your health over time. You have one for the mana. You have a Century Ward, pretty much like something like Dota, but you don't have to go. Well, you do have to go to the shop pretty much, but it's not like it costs a certain amount. Like, one, it's a card, you can use it over time. You have one charge to use it in the area. Like, it's pretty much a Century Ward. And you have a Blink Charm. See, whereas in Dota or something, everybody can buy a blink or get it or whatever. But now for this, you have to have the card and equip it. It comes in the basic deck, but it costs 5, and the game is rather fast-paced. The towers are different, so it has a different dynamic and different gameplay to like any of those MMOs out there, like Dota or S.H.Y.T, or What's the other one? League of Legends, RuneScape, stuff like that. No, RuneScape might be a little closer to this, but this is a little different. So then you have like your equipment item, and each card has a 3-slot upgrade. Now you have upgrade cards, like these are your basic upgrade cards. The major cast, and the minor cast. You put these on your item, and it's like upgrades your damage and upgrade things. See, when this is fully upgraded, you get a unique attack modifier that's like 50% critical attack. So pretty much your every other attack should be a crit. And then it says it gives you 3 times the energy damage. So that's that card there. And then you have like the Elder Mage Amulet. And the Elder Mage Amulet has 3 upgrades, but you can have duplicates of different cards because some of the cards require some of the same upgrades. And this one gives you health and max, group summary. Once you get it all, that's what it'll give you down there. But once you finish upgrading, it gives you an extra 200 on top of whatever the cards you pick gives you. Magnus Key, and it's the same thing for all of them. Magnus Wand, Rift Magnus Spectre. See, now this is like, you see these symbols here, that's for energy damage, the lightning bolt, and this is for penetration. And then like sometimes they make them bleed when you give them the wound and stuff. So there's a lot of different upgrade cards that you gotta have for them. So like, if you don't have the complete 3-way upgrade and you put the card in your deck without having to upgrade it for it, then you would never be able to you won't be able to upgrade it fully in that game. So you won't get that last benefit that they offer down here, like when it's fully upgraded. So let's say you take out one of these Whirling Wands. And since he's a Fury and Intellect character, we want to put some of these Fury things on him and Intellect things on him. So this one has a critical chance of 3 and a life steal. So when you hit him, you get a 5% life steal. Or is that 5? I think this is 5. But when you finish, you get 2.5% life steal. Yeah, if you do it right. So what you do is you pick this, and you see you have certain cards you can link to it. Now, if you want to go for the higher upgrades, that just means it's going to take you a longer time to get the full benefits of the card. But if you put the lower upgrade, then you get less, damage or less of a benefit. You see, like this one wound here gives you 3 extra critical chance. But now, I was wrong before. That wasn't critical chance. That wasn't penetration. That was critical chance. Excuse me. And that other symbol there is life steal. So you see it on the cards, And this gives you a 9% chance of crit. This gives you a 3% chance of crit. So it's it depends on what you want to go. If you're going for speed, or if you're going for the max killing capability, depends on what you're trying to do. Then you have the lesser drain here and stuff like that. So you would take this, you would link these cards so no other card would use them, so that you would have them there for your upgrade. See, now I added that in there. But now you would go through this and decide how you want to make your character, or what type of build you're going to make it, and you would put these type of cards in it. Like, even though these cards are good, but seeing as to how what type of class he is, you might want to go class type. And see, like some of these cards, like as you go on, you'll get stronger upgrades for them. See, this is an uncommon passive, whereas these are just common passive. So you want to use use your other ones, your higher upgrades, and work them into a newer strategy and newer deck. But even though some of these commons are the same as a common here, but these are the type that he is. This is the Fury type common card, but it'll give you the benefits that'll benefit you. So like if you could, and this is penetration, energy penetration damage, and that's extra energy damage. So it's good for him to work out. So even though like this will give you 6.5% damage increase, this will give you a 13% damage increase. So you can like get rid of this and put Meltdown in there. Now it's you back to the same thing. With this one, I have a few of the higher level cards, so if I wanted to, I could take these lower ones and just get one of these higher ones, but then it puts you in a hybrid position, because I believe it only gives you 3 every time you max out the level. Next episode, I'm going to get into some gameplay, and I'm going to go through it while I'm playing, and I'll show you some action, you know. This one was a long, drawn out talking to walk you through it. I only did this because, you know, it's not as simple as that. It's kind of straightforward, but like a little guide to help you out get started playing a little faster, a little easier. It'll make your game experience a little easier and less frustrating in the beginning if you see something like this, because that's what I was thinking when I saw it. And like, if you get this, it'll take 2 times, and it all depends on farming. The farming is kind of like Dota still, and all the rest of them. You get the last hits, you get the maximum output for your time in the lane. So, like, these are 3s, and if I do these, it will cost me 10 points to fully upgrade this. That's 13 points. But now if I go this, it'll only take me 7 points to do it. So that's a speed thing. And like, pretty much you would work out what type of cards, and I would try to work into most of these energy damage, the crits and stuff like that. So I replace things that didn't have the same benefits, or just gave partial benefits, and go for what it is. And that's when you can link it directly. But if you link it directly, I don't know what happened to the Meltdown right now. Oh, this is the Meltdown. Oh, I added this without putting the link cards to it, see? So it would have been pretty much useless. So we're going to go for that. And I still have slots. So this is how many decks. So it's a 40 card deck. And these are pretty much your base cards here. But you can add things differently. You can put multiples of the same card too. If you have them in the deck, you just load up on these if you like want to stack that particular effect. So like, this is a blink that has an epic. This is an epic blink, so it's way better than that blink that I have up there if I wanted to use a blink. So I could replace this with this. Consumes 30% of base mana to teleport forward. Can be activated while below 35% mana. That's a cool blink, you know. Card can't be used 5 seconds after taking damage. This is more along the line of a blink like in Dota. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do this, but I only really have high upgrades for it, so we're gonna have to take it if we really want it. And now that leaves me 3 slots. Each card needs like a 4 slot. So like, I usually drop the harvest key because, you know, this is more worth it. And then you have like items like this, the Lazarus key, that comes with a harvest placer there. But while on the well control pad, you regain health and stuff. So this is for like if you wanna be going back and forth. This is a jungling item. So like, if you were jungling, you can plant the harvester, be jungling and be harvesting back and forth, and it increases your movement speed and regenerates your health. So the epic cards really have like the benefits, higher benefits that are worth the extra thing. So right now I'm gonna add that instead of the other blink. And you see, that's how you can pretty much make a deck. But I'll show you the upgraded cards. See, all of your upgrade cards are over here. And, you know, this is what you got for the time being. Like, if you get new cards, they'll go in here, your upgrade cards. I don't have any new decks to show you, but when we get some, like, they give you the cards index. These are like pretty much all the cards you have based off of the type of card that they are for your particular classes or whoever you're playing. You know, and this is your overview. This is where your cards will be what they give it to you. This is how much games I played, how many calls and stuff. These are basically just your statistics. Your statistics. As you can see, I don't really place the harvesters, but I do destroy them for the other team. You know, so that's like the overview. And this is how you play. They make you go through the system. You can't play with other people until you learn how to play in the solo up to level 5. So that's what you'd have to go through. Right now they don't really have a rank, but they're working on it. So like I said, man, if you sat through it and you've been here with me the whole time, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to make the channel grow. And like I said, subscribe down there, help us out, leave a comment, leave a like. And I'm going to be doing a series of it, so you'll be seeing some more Paragon. If you like to play it and join the Paragon team, you know, and Epic Games, you know, give them a shout out, let them know their hard work was well worth it. The game is gorgeous, it looks pretty. I'm really impressed with the work that they did on it, and you guys should try it. I'll put a link down to their website where you can launch it at down below. And this is your game show host, yours truly, S.H.Y.T. And I'll see you guys later. Next episode, we'll get into some action. Alright guys, see ya.